Well, good Sunday evening, good people and Eagle fans. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here and being part of the show. There is a new feature that has been rolled out to some of the YouTube channels, and we were blessed to be one of the first ones to have it. And what it is it is a community scoreboard. So the more you comment, the more you say things, it doesn't say whether it's good or bad, or super chat or become a channel member, it counts it up and it ends up keeping track. So right now we have Curtis is in third place right now. Holly Pierce, I don't know why she's in number 2. She should be number 1. And then there's Jeff Lee. I know why he's in number 1 place, because he loves boobies. Okay, so shout out to you guys. Keep interacting, keep talking, keep it going, so we can see who's going to be a winner. Because what we're doing here is Chris May was our winner last time, and he's getting a Joe Boo t-shirt, and we're going to be giving away a prize at the end of every live stream to the winner. The chump is here. I see Drew is here. All right, so without further ado, you guys didn't come in here to listen to me. You came in here because of the panel. We've been doing this, I think, 3 or 4 years straight on Saturday or Sunday, and it is one of the highlights of my week. So let's get the crew in here. And let me start out. There's Walker Wade in the house. I need everybody to keep Momo in your thoughts. And I'm not talking about your thoughts because he likes to show his ass. He's got a very, very sick sister, and he had just lost his brother about the same time I lost my dad. So definitely be kind to Momo Day. Okay, it's be kind to, you can trash the Commanders, but be kind to Momo. So everybody, I got Walker Way, I got Chris May in the house. Chris May, you making any pizzas today?
No, sadly not today, but I did slice Nick Sirianni today. So
you sliced Nick Sirianni? What'd you do to Nick Sirianni?
Oh, look, he's getting slayed on my screen. Do you see that?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Dallas Cowboys for life, baby. Oh, yeah.
All right. That sounds like a winner there.
I'm ready for the season. I'm ready for some slaying, man.
I hear you. I hear you.
Pennsylvania and get them birds.
I hope so. I hope that they fall off a cliff. We don't know which one it's going to be today. I don't know which one it's going to be with Walker Wade. Which Walker Wade am I talking to today?
Laid back Walker Wade.
You sure? We don't have. I hate the Cowboys, Walker Wade. The Cowboys that make me sick and want to throw up my Italian sandwich, Wade. Right?
No.
So we got you're laid back and chilling with your cowboy hat on. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to hear. Okay. And I see we got Joe DeMasi in the house.
What's up, Mark?
All right. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Working, just chilling. Can't wait for the season. Keep chatting with Drew on Game Time Brian, so we'll see what happens.
Chatting?
I'll talk.
Wait, how do you chat with Drew? That's more of a shouting match with that mother humper, man.
It's more of an argument.
Okay, we got Dirty Sanchez is moving up from the rear. Wait a minute, actually, hold on, that didn't sound right. He's in number 2, and Drew is in the third spot. Oh hell no! Somebody's got to beat out Drew. We can't have Drew getting close to being a winner in this thing. And Jeff Lee in the boobies is number 1. Let me say shout out to Holly Pierce, Lady Libra in the house. Who else we got? I know lovely Linda is always here. We appreciate the support from her. Mike's podcast. Larry Allen was a bad man. You ain't lying about that. Dirty, you mad already? Okay. All right. So I was shocked yesterday after the Playmaker went balls deep about how bad a hire it was getting Brian Schottenheimer. I don't know if any of y'all saw Playmaker on his podcast yesterday. He was singing the praise of Brian Schottenheimer and what he's doing. And he said, they're going to shock you this season. Is it warranted? And I'm going to ask Walker Wade first because you really have the pulse of the Cowboy Nation. If the playmaker who wanted Dion and Sador is happy, what does that mean to you, Wade?
I mean, I trust Michael. I mean, Michael Irvin, he's the best. I mean, I understand why he was mad to begin with. I mean, for the hire, I mean, we were all kind of, thrown off by the hire. So, I mean, his initial thoughts, I guess they were warranted, because he thought that we were just doing the same old thing, And, if he's seen something different, then I guess we're all just going to have to find out and see what happens.
Well, I hope he's right. It's funny because sometimes you get an opportunity and you make the most of it. A lot of people keep saying, well, he's not the hot hire and everything else, like, the Lions coordinators and stuff, but he's got more experience than any of them. And having a father that was a great coach, to me, says, okay, I almost think of him kind of like what Kyle Shanahan did as far as, he went around the NFL. His dad was a head coach, of course, and a Super Bowl winning head coach, but served his time around the NFL, including with the Commanders as offensive coordinator before he got his head coaching job. Now, he hasn't won a Super Bowl, but he's been there a couple of times. We got Charlie in the house. Welcome, Charlie. How are you doing tonight? Your mic's muted.
I'm good, Mark. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Are you outside?
No, I'm out eating with the family.
Oh, okay. I was like, I like the way that ceiling looks in that ceiling fan. I was like, damn, that's like, is that a deck? Is that a patio? What is going on? Your thoughts on the Cowboys thus far? Should we start believing in the Cowboys? Should we say, same old shit? Are you getting excited?
I'm actually getting excited, Mark. I'm very happy with the changes. You call it a culture change. I just hope it carried through. The aggression, running the ball, like we always preach. I like GP saying, you got to pick one or the other. You double the other, we're gonna run the ball. So that's big.
Well, we're definitely going to be using the pass to help set up the run more, too. Tay Cowboys in the house, and I can't pronounce it now. Miss Moore. How you doing, Miss Moore? Miss Moore is in the second place right now. Jeff Lee is holding on tight with the first place right now. I actually feel pretty good about where we are right now. Today's June 1st, so the June 1st cuts and stuff are starting to hit the salary cap. Some trades may be happening, for teams. It's advantageous to trade after June 1st. So there's Ramsey out there. We're hearing that Kyle Pitts might be, or they're fielding calls. And the Atlanta Falcons are like, no, we're not moving. Call me D. Okay, how you doing, D? Welcome, D. There could be some trades out there. Of course, there will be some veterans that'll be cut. You think we are done, or we think we're looking at some value?
Well, there's still post June 1st cuts, and
Yeah,
Stephen Jones, him and his little bargain basement shopping. He loves shopping at this time, I feel. So I don't.
he
think
always loves that.
Yeah, I don't think they're done yet. And they have the cap space to make enough moves too.
Yeah, I agree.
And you still need help. You still need help in the defensive tackle. You still need secondary help. There's still some holes that can be filled.
Yeah, I did actually barbecue some chicken today on the grill and made some broccoli and did like a tomato salad and stuff. Actually, I've already eaten, so I got that out the way. But appreciate that. Kid Cowboy says the quarterback hired this coach. Everybody knows that. Okay, well, it's not the worst thing in the world to have continuity, at least with your quarterback, who has performed in the past with the head coach instead of starting all over. I think that actually is going to be pretty good for the team. Sign Parsons. That would be one of the things I would definitely say. As we sit here at the moment, we're sitting at about $33 million once Zach Martin gets transferred over to the retired list, which will be dead money. So we'll gain $1.25 million right there, and it'll be interesting to see if the Cowboys end up making any cuts. Donovan Wilson could be $9 million, and to put that in perspective, $9 million last year would have been more than enough to sign Derrick Henry. All right. So, Momo, I have not been keeping up with your Commanders and the left hand up. Any news on them?
No, not really. I mean, I'm not like the rest of the football fans. I don't get excited in May. I don't get excited in June. I definitely don't get excited during preseason because nobody plays. Don't preseason.
You're not excited during the season.
I was going to say, you just don't get excited.
Hold on, pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. I'll just like to. I would love to say two things. One, some fans get excited for any news on their team. I'm a wait and see.
That's me.
Always wait. I always wait and see. Well, those years with the Washington with Joe Gibbs was the quarterback, I was always a wait and see. And I would just say the second things about this. I just wish people stop talking about culture for the Dallas Cowboys. Can we please get away from this culture crap?
Well, we need to change it, Momo.
Who changed
we
the
haven't won
culture?
shit in 30 years.
Let me say this, Joe. I'm all due respect. Other teams, coaches do change the culture. For the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry is the culture.
I'm going to say, I'm going to push back on you, Momo. I'm going to be kind today. I'm going to push back on you. I'm going to say things have changed a lot.
Just saying, Jerry.
No. Okay, no.
Dress the team, Mark?
No, hold on.
He gonna dress the team for the coach?
Yeah,
actually, I have not seen Jerry or Stephen Jones.
No, that's not what I said.
No, hold up. I'm going to say what they're doing with Brian Schottenheimer is totally different than what they did with Mike McCarthy.
I'm just saying the culture is not the coach for the Dallas Cowboys. It's the owner.
True. Yeah.
That's the culture. Right. You have to change the culture within the organization.
Don't you think
doesn't do anything. Because guess what?
Jerry's taking a little step back and kind of let Steven be more at the forefront, kind of let Will McClay be more at the fort. Like, Jerry hasn't talked as much as he does. Right.
I mean, hey, Joe, here's the biggest point I wanted to make, and I want all Cowboy fans, all fans in general, when a owner has a history of change, doing things like Jerry does, he can't change his ways. He's going to try.
Here's what I'm going to say. Listen to me for a second, Momo. Typically, by now, we'd have about 5 Jerry Jones-isms. Glory holes or circumcising a mosquito. Right. Jerry has, I'm going to say, since the end of the season, after hiring Brian Schottenheimer, you've seen him about 3 or 4 times total.
I agree.
And hold on. And when you see Brian Schottenheimer is becoming the face of the franchise. You don't even see seriously. You don't even see Stephen Jones. They're actually acting at the moment. Now, that can change. They're acting more like your typical owners in the background. Mm-hmm. Typically, you got Jerry Jones out there telling you about how Trayvon Diggs' recovery and things are doing. You have now the press conferences with Brian Schottenheimer, literally sitting down with everybody, going on for about 20 minutes about it, and you don't see Stephen Jones or Jerry Jones at all. For the Cowboys, this time, normally at this time of year, we don't even have a full roster set up. We are still waiting until training camp gets here to see what toaster leavings are left and what USFL guys we can sign. The Cowboys have made more moves now than typical. Now, that doesn't mean that any of them are going to work, but they're doing things differently. You have to at least say they are doing things differently.
I'm saying this early. Y'all acting like this is going to be the norm in the future. Once that first real football game happens,
Yeah, well, that first.
Jerry is not going. Jerry going to dress the players for the coach. Jerry going
I
to
don't
sit and
know.
talk to the media
I don't know. I
for the
think
game.
But we'll see. Well, we'll see. Typically, Jerry is addressing everybody now, but he's not.
What I'm saying, Mark, give it time. Give it time.
Okay.
Jerry's
Okay.
80. Jerry's 80. He's taking a back seat now. He's
He's
trying.
82.
I think so, too.
Wade, I agree. He's trying, but he can't help himself. Some people can't help themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong there. You're not wrong there, Momo. You're right.
Okay. By current standards, look at where the Cowboys were this time last year. Everybody was going on about Jerry Jones saying we're all in, right or wrong, and that Mike McCarthy.
And they made no free agent signings.
Yeah, no free agent signings, and Mike McCarthy was on the hot seat.
His mouth. It shouldn't matter how much Jerry runs his mouth. The players need to execute, and the coaches need to coach.
Yes, Wade.
But I agree. But here's the thing. Because Jerry Jones basically said we're going all in and then you do nothing, and the players know, I've lost, my teammates that were valuable, right? You look at it and say,
everybody in Dallas knew he was full of shit.
I got that. But see, but when you go to work and you know that the business is going downhill, are you happy and excited about going to work?
Hell no.
I don't think anybody was excited. The coaching staff are like, I'm on the last year of my deal. I don't know if I have a job next year. So, they weren't exactly, happy about doing that. And that stuff filters all the way down. At least you hear about excitement and people chomping at the bits. The craziest thing to me is hearing about Joe Milton, about how excited he is to be here, or Pickens. Everybody talked about Pickens. Oh, he's going to be a team killer. He's going to have a hard time getting along in the locker room. Shit. He looked like he's the number one cheerleader in there right now. They seem ecstatic, which is totally different than last year.
I know everybody like Drew and everybody in the chat likes to give Dak shit, but George Pickens, he's got his best quarterback he's ever had. There's no question. He's got a starting caliber quarterback now, and so he's going to be more motivated, and he wants to get paid as well.
I tell you what, Jeff's holding on to it hard here, man. Jeff and the Boobies in first place, and D Moore, she got number 2, holding it real close there. Jeff is not giving away with it, giving up on that thing. Well,
Happy birthday, Logan.
I will say this: what happened with Washington? It was interesting, and they made a big deal. And a lot of my friends made a big deal about Jaden Daniels came in kind of he had more weight on him and a lot of muscle mass. And I was like, why are we talking about this? It's not important. I don't care how big he gets. If his legs ain't bigger, if his body, if he ain't taking the pounding in the regular in the preseason and these OTAs in this training camp, what's the point?
Right. They got nothing to report on, Momo. That they just go with.
No, because I've seen the pictures. I've seen the pictures. He looks big. Oh, he looks hell of a. You thought, he has a transformation. I give him credit.
Yeah, he's getting his grown man body, his NFL body.
Yeah, I mean he's in his early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looks good. But here's the thing. Is that going to slow his speed down? Is that going to show his agility down? Is that going to show, as he going to think that now he can take on a linebacker head on?
Yep.
It's all psychological.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Hey, NFC East is going to be tough this year because Giants have stepped it up defensively, so it'll be a tough division.
So all I'm saying is that I'm a fan of a Washington football team. I do not get excited. I have never got excited over acquisition because I learned my lesson a long time ago when they got the bacon guy who was so fat he couldn't get off the damn bus correctly. So I don't get excited of acquisitions anymore.
Okay.
I remember many years ago, Mark, as I'm an older dude, I remember the year we got Calvin Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I washed up over the hill, down, couldn't run through a toilet bowl, let alone our defensive line, and we got him, and he couldn't even do anything. He was slow than molasses. He was slower than the blood that drips out down your face when you're slowly bleeding in a slow motion camera. I'm sorry. I was angry. I don't get excited over this anymore.
Okay.
You got to prove it.
Thank you for the buzzkill. Oh boy! So Drew said, "Did Michael Jordan's son become a great coach, and their dad was the GOAT?"
No, but Steph Curry and Klay Thompson's dad played back. Like there's other examples on the other side too. I mean, it's Schottenheimer's first shot. You got to give him a chance.
Well, Drew,
you guys gave Sirianni a chance. A lot of y'all wanted him out of town last.
What's up, Derek?
Yeah, they did actually early on in the season when they started off slow. Yeah.
Hello, fellas.
There's Derek. What's up, Derek? How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. Tired, but I'm doing good.
I feel you on that one. I've been busting ass trying to get this kitchen and stuff done. In fact, I got more cabinets to do when I get out of here. We got Aisha Robinson joining in here. So how are you feeling about the Cowboys? And what crazy person are you going to be reacting to next?
As far as the Cowboys are concerned, like I'm just ready for the season. I think they got like at least one more move in them before. I'm talking as far as, like a trade.
major move.
I believe one more is coming. They promised us two, so I'm still waiting on the other one.
And we know they keep all their promises.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everything they've said they're going to do this offseason, they've done it. So it's got me like...
Hey, Mark.
Hey, how are you doing,
I'm
Aisha?
just waiting. I'm just waiting for them to complete.
How are you doing?
promises.
Taking one day at a time, right?
Yeah.
I feel you on that one, girl. All right, so what are your Giants doing besides being bad?
Ha.
Am I lying?
We did do a good draft this year, so hopefully we do. I don't know. We'll see.
I've heard them say they did a good draft too when they got Daniel Jones, but what you do to your finger, girl?
I got injured at work, and I dislocated my finger, so yeah. I'm off for work for a couple weeks.
Oh, man. Dang. You can't snatch a break, can you?
Only thing I'm concerned with my team, Mark, is Terry all these rumors he can trade to the Patriots. He's not. It's a contract thing. He's gonna get signed.
Well, welcome to being a Dallas Cowboy, because that's the kind of stuff that happens with us when they haven't gotten a contract done. Shout out to Logan Motorsport. Today's your birthday, man. Happy birthday to Logan Motorsports.
Hey, Mark, you missed me and Sugar Daddy membership chat right there.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep everybody in line here. How long have you been a member in here, Aisha Robinson? Shout out to you. Sugar Daddy Williams, 44 months. Man, that's a long time. Appreciate that, Sugar Daddy. And Aisha, where are you? Aisha? Aisha, 52 months. Shout out to you. I'm doing pretty good today. Like you, I'm a little bit tired. All right, so Derek J thinks the Cowboys have one major move left in them, one trade left in them. Who would you like to see that to be? Or what position, should I say?
It's either corner or defensive tackle, but it's defense. I can't choose between corner or defensive tackle right now. If we didn't have any injuries at corner, then definitely defensive tackle. But
I think it should be a defensive. I think it should be a cornerback.
I think it should be both.
There you go. I think it should be both. With the amount of money that we have right now, I think that you make those moves to really shore it up. If you got and I'm going to say, if you look at it from the standpoint, the bigger bang for the buck is that defensive tackle. If you get a defensive tackle who can require double teams, that's going to make Micah and Easy and Dante Fowler that much better, because the quarterback can't step up. And if you can do that, that helps the linebackers, because he's going to help keep them clean. They can scrape, and it'll be easier or better being able to play downhill as a linebacker. And if you can get in front of that quarterback and get your paw up there and be in eclipse, and the quarterback doesn't have a clear view, it makes the D-back's job even better. David, welcome. How are you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good, Mark. It's been a while since I've been on. How you been, bud?
I'm still kicking, man. Not high, but I'm kicking.
That's what's up.
Somebody said, Alex says, I don't trust Mozzie Smith. I trust Mozzie as part of the rotation, but I would like to have some more experience.
I agree with you on that one. I think Mozzie Smith, if he can prove to the new coaching staff that the Cowboys didn't mistake when we drafted him in the first round this year, then that would definitely make our defensive line a lot better. Pass rush, I think we got plenty of good depth. And I definitely love Donovan Ezeraka that we got in the second round this year. I think that is going to be a big-time beast.
I think we have some – here's the thing that I hate to say that we're getting set up as Cowboy fans.
No question.
No. Well, I recognize – I feel – let me be clear. I feel great about the direction of the team right now. I really do. But I don't think that the meal is made yet, that we're finished with it. This is a starting point.
Okay, of course.
Now, I mean, you get anything better than what you had last year, then at least you're going in the right direction. If you can stay healthy, if you can learn how to run the football, and you've got a killer schedule, but you have all new coaching staff. Yes, you got Brian Schottenheimer who was here, and it won't change that much on the offense there, and you got another piece. But your defense was atrocious last year, and you're starting all over. You've got a lot of new pieces. You've got a new philosophy that's there, and you still have Jerry Jones dicking around with Micah Parsons' contract.
Are we sure that Jerry's the one who's doing the contract? It could be his son.
Well, either way, Jerry. Well,
I don't know about that, but I just want this deal with Micah Parsons to be done and over with. Go into training camp without having to think about that.
Yeah, I don't. I'll be honest. I don't care how much money Micah Parsons gets or when he gets it. I just don't want him to miss training camp. That's the thing that I don't want to have. I don't want to have a CeeDee Lamb repeat last year, where every day we're talking about, to the players. Well, what do you think about Micah being here? Well, if Micah's not here, who's going to be the starter? Or, how do you feel about your team captain not being in? I don't want them to have to answer those questions. And I want them to be here to be part of this stuff. I don't want to be assembling a team after training camp a week before we got to play against the Eagles. Let's get this shit done now. Get him happy and in camp. Now, he's supposedly traveling right now. There's, Brian Schottenheimer doesn't seem to be worried, but I think that's a subtle jab towards the Cowboys and let them know I can hold out just like the rest of them too.
And Mark, and also I would also like to speak. This is for me, and in general, I guess I'm generalizing. Every defensive line is not gonna be the best. Oh. You think one player gonna do this, one player gonna do that, but all defensive line is not gonna be the best defensive line on each team. Everybody feel like their defensive line. Oh, we need this, we need that, and we get that piece, and we get disappointed of that player. So that sometimes the player you get is not what he don't have the motive to do it all season. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Cowboys defensive line won't be great or good or any other team. Every team feels the same way. We need that one or two piece. We need this corner, and so I don't want you Cowboy fans get overexcited because I see this happen with McCarthy. When he got there, I heard all this noise about how much we were going to the Super Bowl when he got there.
I didn't. Whoa! I never said anything about Super Bowl. I said
I did.
That's idiot people.
I heard division champions.
That wouldn't be a surprise. I mean,
and the same thing happened, and then everybody.
You do realize in 2016, the Eagles were in last place in the division. In 2017, they won the division and they won the Super Bowl. So, in the NFL, you are set up to go from worst to first. It's easier because you have the better schedule. You get the higher draft picks and things.
That way.
Yeah, it's set up to go ahead and have, the top teams.
Let's look
fall.
at the history of the NFC East, Mark. Let's look at the history.
Ain't
Has
nobody
anybody
repeated since 2003,
Has
2004.
anybody repeated as NFC champs?
Not in 21 years. So
That's
there
all
you
I'm
have
saying.
it. So the Cowboys, it could happen. And the thing about football is, the crazy thing is, in any game, you can take 5 plays that if they went differently, you can go from being blown out to winning. The difference of winning and losing is so small that losing a player here or there, having the ball bounce the wrong way in any game. The year that the Giants went on to beat New England, it seemed like every single week there was some crazy fluke play that they ended up winning. Had they not, because I remember they played the Cardinals and they were driving down the field and Eli throws the pass, receiver catches the ball late in the game and never got touched, put the ball on the field because they're trying to hurry up. Technically, he was never touched. That ball was still live. The officials spotted it and the play went on. Had they called the play correctly, it would have been a turnover. They wouldn't have kicked the field goal. They wouldn't have won the game, and they wouldn't have been a wild card team. So that's how close things can be.
You know how I feel about that said quarterback for the New York Giants who beat the New England twice.
Mm-hmm.
He's the most overrated quarterback
I can
in
agree
the
with you on that
history
one.
of football. And these fools think he's a Hall of Famer. Ain't no way.
I can agree with that one.
Tom Brady twice. It doesn't matter. He is horrible. He led the NFL for many years for interceptions, and everybody wanted to praise this man like he's done so great. He had 2 good. Sometimes a team has your number, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
He had his number. That's all. That don't make him a great quarterback.
Okay. So let me ask this one. Who's a better quarterback, Dak Prescott or Eli?
Dak Prescott. Absolutely.
Okay. Dak Prescott,
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely say if he is 100% healthy going into this season, we will be in the playoffs.
I feel
now with that record, now with that schedule.
you have the same schedule, right? And yours is actually slightly harder than ours is.
Oh, Mark,
but I'm sorry.
11 games this year. So what are we talking about here?
And you think that carries over? You really think that automatically carries over? San Francisco was in the Super Bowl the year before, and how did they finish?
Injuries
They
killed
finished
that
at the
team.
same record.
Oh,
we
yeah,
did.
so you're immune to injuries?
I don't know what's going to happen. Mark.
Oh,
Neither do you.
okay. Again, you're right. I don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. What you did last year doesn't mean shit in the NFL. It doesn't.
I'm just saying that we're gonna be in first place. Dallas will be in second, and those sorry, what they call
besides
birds will
homer.
be in third
Okay,
place.
hold on. Besides homerism, give me the actual reasons why your team is the best team and will win it.
I think y'all gonna be. I haven't said anything about this about the defense. I think the defense is gonna be great on the run.
Your defense.
Yes, I believe they're gonna be better on the run.
So they're going to buck the trend of Dan Quinn's defenses, huh?
Hey, I'm just saying, I believe they're gonna be better.
All right. Well, here's what I'm going to say as far as my defense goes. If my offense is playing with the lead, my defense will be great because we have a lot of great pass rushers and we'll be able to get after the quarterback, much like when we had Dan Quinn. Mm-hmm. The worry for me is when we get into slugfest and stopping the run because we are light in the ass. Anybody else want to comment on that or think I'm crazy?
Well, I mean, I agree. I mean, the big thing is stopping the run up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
The linebackers that we got in this year's free agency with Kenneth Murray and Jack Sanborn, those guys I think are going to be real good pieces to our defense because the reason why we allowed so many rushing yards a couple of years ago, if you remember, we didn't really have any linebackers.
Not at all.
And this time we got good rotation
Mark,
of linebackers.
Hey, what's going on?
And secondary wise, once Diggs
How's
comes
everybody
back
doing?
healthy and Siobhan Rebel, which I think could be a potential rookie of the year comeback player type of player, I definitely think our defense is going to be phenomenal this year. Big question
Yeah, I
mark is
think
the
so.
defensive tackle. Can they be good in the rotation and stop the run up the middle?
I agree with you
I
on
think
that.
it'll be better this year.
It's hey, you can't get no worse with that defense that play.
Oh, Lordy. Well, I'll say this much because Kenneth Murray last year was a team captain. He's experienced. And I dare say, I mean, Overshone was great when he was playing last year. And I would hope to get Overshone back. And I think Overshone is in better shape, in better position to be back a lot sooner than Thanksgiving. The way he's moving right now, we're talking about Thanksgiving is 4 months away. Five months away.
Yeah.
It's 5 months away. 5 months is a long time to be rehabbing. And the way he's moving already, working on the bands and everything else, I think that you might see him in October. I might be crazy. It may be a little soon, but don't be surprised. Now, I will also say you still may not be like where he was last year coming back because you are still coming back from a second major knee injury. But, that's a big push. Yeah, you can
come back too fast, neither, Mark.
But here's what I can tell you, though. I can say, looking at, I was at Washington's camp twice, actually, matter of fact. Chase Young during training camp, and looking at him, Chase Young had a lot further to go looking at the hitch that he had than what Overshone is looking like right now. And Chase Young ended up playing about 2 months later from that. That's my point.
Mark got super chat, and
it's Holly Pierce. Roses are red, fleece as white as snow. Why did Momo show us when he went commando? My eyes still hurt. Go on, Holly. Yeah, they do, and I'm saving that for a day that we all need a laugh. Shout out to Holly Pierce.
Right.
Man, the internet is forever, people.
Well, definitely say why.
I can't catch a break. Derek, I can't catch a break.
That's gonna be on your obituary pictures.
What's so funny about that, Derek? Drew, I was on Gang Time Brian. He said I should make a T-shirts about that. I should, when I do my podcast, I should name it something like that and have a T-shirts or pants down and on the toilet or something like that. He said you'll make a killing because of that. Yep. Because I'm well known. Everybody knows this right now.
Yep. Take something that's negative and turn it into a positive. Yeah.
Well, my wife had said the other day, she said, we're going to be a no dick day because we had a little disagreement the day before it all. She said, okay, so we both promised that it's going to be a no dick day. Don't be a dick. And she sent me a little graphic because, my wife does the T-shirts and stuff. It was a no dick sign. Okay. It was funny. And I said, I should do the I should do the Dick of the Day award. And Mike, of course.
Drew will win all the time.
Yeah, you know what? I think he definitely would. But Mike said, you can't do that. So maybe it's the ass of the day, and we put Momo on it.
Oh, yeah.
We have the Ass of the Day award.
That's funny.
In fact, we just go ahead and show you the clip of Momo's ass, and we'll say the Ass of the Day award. And here we have some nice little music to go with it. Boom.
I think Dallas are going to win more games this year. I think, Mark.
I think I think it'd be hard pressed for them not to win more games than they did last year if Dak stays healthy.
Offensively, though, I would say I think our offensive line. The only question mark I have for the offensive line: how's Terrence Steele going to look this year?
Better.
And is Tyler Guyton going to be an improvement from last year?
Here's the thing
our
about
interior, I think, is solid, but our tackles is a question mark.
I'm going to say that Terrence Steele will be better. Mean Mug. Shout out to Mean Mug. Just showing love, Mark. Appreciate that. Mean Mug 44. The funny thing about Terrence Steele is he's an enigma because he is such a good run blocker and his pass blocking is not as good. If you actually looked at him last year, as the season went on and we started running the ball more, he was actually playing pretty good.
Yeah,
And so if we end up being balanced, like they're saying we're going to, that and teams aren't able to just tee off on him, I think that he's going to be okay. Tyler Guyton, his body looks different. His attitude, I mean, he's admitting, I sucked last year and I want to do something about it. We'll see how that translates on the field. But if you remember Terrence Steele, his rookie year, he was not very good. His second year, he came along and played really, really well. Third year, he played pretty good enough to get that contract and things. So if we can get that bump up from him, Tyler Guyton, I think we're going to be okay. I really can't wait to see Cooper Beebe his second year. Because I think he's going to be an absolute stud. I think we're going to be strong up the middle, and you're going to be able to start running right at guys, I think.
Yeah, and the question going into this season is who's going to be the starting running back?
That's a good question. There's a lot of choices.
Jeff Lee says we need a booby shirt.
It's definitely not going to be Miles Sanders or anybody but him.
I think it might be a combination of Javonte Williams and Jaden Blue.
Blue is not every down back.
No, he's more like your Tony Pollard, and I'm okay with that. A thunder and lightning backfield. Hey, baby.
Because the days, who's the running back? They ran to death, and then he tried it, and Cowboys, and he left. And he was no good. Who?
DeMarco Murray. He was good for a little bit, but he eventually was out.
And he ran him to death.
For a while.
He had close to 500 touches that year.
No, it wasn't that much, but he had 1,800 yards and things on it. In the last year of his contract,
he had 400 something touches, didn't you? 450.
Yeah, but you said 500. It wasn't quite 500.
But that's close enough, isn't it?
I think it was 462. I think I don't remember.
Yeah,
I can't remember. He was a good. I get it because they ran him so hard, his body wasn't the same.
He still had productive years. I mean, he was ass in Philadelphia because he was. They tried to have. He's a north-south runner, and they tried to have him run east and west.
I remember many years ago, Mark. Remember Newhouse? Big thighs, running back, big fullback, could knock the know it out you, and he kept getting hit. They kept hitting those knees. They kept hitting those.
It was 392 carries in 2014.
I like that shoddy shirt, Mark. That one you got behind you.
Oh, the shoddy shirt.
That shirt, the shoddy shirt.
That's one of Tracy's designs there. I'm going to be doing a shoddy shot glass too, and all of the tailgate members will be sending those out for everybody as well. And the tailgate members and the super fans to everybody on those.
Who? Dang, I can't talk. Who is considered a super fan?
Super fan, that's the channel memberships.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Which one are you? Just a regular? Okay, there's 3 levels of the memberships.
Yes, I haven't joined the super fan.
Okay. All right. Well, you don't want a Cowboy shot glass?
I got one. Remember?
Okay. Oh, you want a shot?
I got one.
You want a shot? Oh, that's right. You want a shoddy shot one?
Oh, hell no.
Okay, then what you said? Well, but you can join. You can join.
Yeah, join on the crew.
Yeah, I'll join. But I don't want a shot glass.
I got one.
That's right.
Yeah, enjoy. Because I ain't taking no shots with no Cowboys. I don't hate the Cowboys no more. I really don't.
You don't?
I used to hate them.
Oh, okay. Because you got a victory this year on them?
No,
because you've been to the NFC Championship.
No, Mark. Let me tell you my hatred for the Cowboys back in the day. I hated the Cowboys so much. I hated the cheerleaders. I hated the city. I hated the TV show. I hated everything.
I hate everything black. Oh, go ahead.
No. And so, if I seen a star, it drove me crazy. That's a regular old star. Because
you can't even go outside.
I started going crazy. So I had to calm my butt down because I was hating too much.
Jeff Lee is still holding on to first place.
Mark, is something going wrong? Way's too quiet.
What you mean for the Cowboys?
Yeah.
I said that myself, that you haven't seen Jerry, you haven't seen Steven, something going on. I agree with you on that one. It is way, way too quiet.
Well, what y'all think about? So, do we even know any of these new rule changes? Or are they gonna wait till the summer and just drop it on the teams?
They're still working on. I mean, the tush push is still here, so Eagle fans are happy as could be. I'm surprised that Leo ain't in here. That's why it's quiet up in here, because Leo's not in here taking over the chat.
Are you doing a tailgate this year, Mark?
The problem with tailgating this year, it's on Christmas.
Oh, that'd be kind of hard now.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard. I mean, it's around the corner stuff. It's like, but who wants to go Christmas?
No,
I don't know about that one. They're always messing me up with the Commanders. Either it's the last game of the season and nobody really cares.
Okay.
And now it's Christmas.
Definitely, I ain't got to do with my sexuality. I just didn't like the Cowboys. The cheerleaders had nothing to do with it. I realized that. So that extra, save it for somebody else. No, I'm not gay. Thank you for the compliment.
I hate stars. I hate the moon because it lights the stars.
Hey, that's
I don't even look up in the sky at night. I won't even look up at this because there's stars up there. Take Cowboys.
Twinkle, little star.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And then I couldn't straighten anything. The stars.
Don't talk
are
him
bright.
up, Mark.
I was in the military. Okay. The stars are bright.
The American flag. It couldn't stand that.
Oh, yeah. What's the song? Is that a Texas song?
What's that?
Stars are bright deep down in Texas. I think that's the name.
Well, if the stars are bright and it's deep down in Texas, it's got to be. If it's not, you can say that it is.
That's I don't know. It's a Broadway. I forget what kind of song that is. But when I heard that, sometimes I wanted to bust my TV open. I heard it on the TV. I said, "What is we listen to?" That was back in my early years. I was just diehard watching the fan, and I had to stop because I know somebody. You know how it is, Mark, in this area. There are more Cowboy fans in D.C. area than there's Washington fans.
Well, Washington is so transit because, like every 4 years there's a new president, or whenever there's a new president, you have so many people that move in and out.
Yes,
But originally, there were a lot of black Cowboy fans back in the 60s and things because of...
In 70s.
Because of Preston Marshall.
Yes.
And that's how my dad was. And I'm one because I wanted to be like my dad. So, I fell along with him. He basically he was like, look, they're the last team to have a black person on the team, and he loved Bullet Hayes. So that was his draw to become a Cowboy fan. Mm-hmm. So that's how I am. And there's no changing now. Because that's what my dad instilled in me, and I certainly am not going to change that.
That's like the same thing with my dad. I watched football, and they had, that guy for the Washington team, George Allen was here, called Speedy Duncan. He had a guy called Speedy Duncan. He wasn't all that fast. Speedy Duncan did kickoffs and punts. That's all he did.
Vinny says it's called God Bless Texas.
God Bless Texas? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was deep
in the heart of haters, Sugar Daddy. Yeah, we got lots of haters and stuff right now, but it's all good.
Something.
Oh yeah.
What were the lyrics again, Momo?
Just for Momo, the stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. Shout out to Holly Pierce.
Yeah.
Holly Pierce is bitch slapping you. You realize that, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's nothing but love, man. But everybody definitely keep Momo in your prayers, man. His sister's not doing good.
I just want to say this again. I told you, Mom. So my sister she don't have long to live because of her heart. Her heart is less than 20%, and I just came back from that area. So my sister, this is right after my brother passed away. Now my sister ain't gonna more than likely she's gonna pass away within a month. So that's why I'm like that. So I had to come to that conclusion at this point. So I'll be the only living person in my family, in my immediate family. So I have.
Sorry, Momo.
Oh yeah, I'm fine right now. It ain't gonna hit me till it hit me. You know how it is.
Well, you got your family. You got your extended family right here, bro.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, cool. But anyway, I just have y'all been watching this other football league?
Mm-mm.
No.
Have you, Derek?
No.
The USFL?
Yeah.
Well, I know Stephen Jones is waiting for it to end so he can sign some players.
I think they all do. I think they all try to sign players in that league because there's some good players in that league.
Well, Kayvon Turpin and Brandon Albury.
Yeah.
Oh, they in that league?
Yeah.
That's where we signed them from.
You got to be the MVP though of that league, and then you get signed.
How many games they played? The season's over with. Well, it's 2 leagues, right?
I don't know.
Is it? I know that they were having a hard time. That it was getting close to being to folding because was nobody watching it.
Yeah.
Is the USFL season over with?
No, Birmingham Stallions just won 46.
Nope, hurricane season actually just started. It runs from June.
It's
Well, Birmingham
Messed up.
Stallions kicked Memphis Showboats ass 46-9 today.
Yeah, that's kind of bad.
Okay,
What
so
about the Washington team? They've been struggling.
I was actually at the very first game.
And they went to the championship and they lost because they was beating everybody that year. Okay. Are there any summer football leagues going on now or have gone on? No.
So let's see. This is week 10. And that was the last game on week 10. Birmingham Stallions. Okay, how many weeks?
Yes, that's the USFL, but didn't they have another league called AFL or something? Oh, I'm thinking about
Arena football league? There's that one too. There's an
That what?
arena one. There's an
Arena
arena
football
one.
league. I couldn't
AFL.
watch that garbage.
Or no, that AFL's. Never mind.
I think some of the players would get hurt because you running and somebody could hit you on the sideline. It's like another version of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just
yeah. The wall is the out of
Oh, they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Well, this was week 10. I don't see standings.
That's a lot of games for a summer league, for a spring football league.
Well, 10 games and there's only 8 teams. That's a lot of games, actually.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, XFL
Hey,
too.
Mark.
Yeah.
What you think about flag football going to be in the Olympics in 2028?
I'm against it.
I don't want to see my NFL players playing in it.
I know they saying they're giving them they want some of them to be in it.
Yeah, because they're trying to promote it, but
Yeah, and these players start getting hurt, they ain't gonna do that.
I'm gonna tell you, I used to play flag football probably about 15 years or so ago.
Yeah,
with my bad knees, and there was a team that was out of DC, the Metro Chiefs, and they were DC cops. And you talk about getting cheap shot. It seemed like every week there was an ambulance carrying somebody off.
Yeah.
You know, literally.
Knees.
We used to play in.
You played down Anacostia Park?
No. We actually played in Virginia, in Reston.
Okay.
But it got brutal.
It's brutal.
It is brutal. And when you get guys that are flying around like that, you talk about ACLs and ankles and everything else.
Not only is it dangerous, somebody can hit you blindside.
Yeah.
They can blindside you because there's no rules for blindside hits.
Yeah.
Because if you block it and try to catch it, somebody gonna hit you Oh, they could cut your legs. It's on you don't supposed to, but the people play dirty to try to win.
You're
Flag
right about
football is a dangerous sport for NFL players because somebody's going to get hurt. And NFL should take note. Embiid for the Philadelphia 76ers, he played in the Olympics and he should have been in home
and got hurt.
And he was already hurt playing the Olympics, and he made his injury worse.
Yeah,
the NFL ain't gonna learn that from that.
I played flag football at the Boys and Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
No, man.
Yeah, I can't do jack with my old knees and everything else.
I played it, and I played it for 1 year, and I got blindsided. I said, "What is this?" Oh, you got to keep your head on the swivel, boy. Throw somebody.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, ma'am.
Drew said flag football may be the only thing that will win in the Olympics.
Well, that's a minute I'll never get back in my life. Okay.
I know, right?
Okay. All right. We know Drew has nothing but hate in his heart. I'm going to be so happy when the Eagles take a step back this year.
Oh, they will, Mark.
I'm calling it now. I'm going to be so happy. The
year.
arrogance that these mother humpers have. Mark played in the over 60 Biden league. They probably went down stretching. Okay, Ultra. That's what happens when you come in here and your big mouth. I will shut it. Ooh, Dirty Sanchez. All right. Take it easy on Drew, Dirty Sanchez. Time to get practice in. Those knees are very important in the game of football. You ain't lying about that. All right, so what else we got here? This is kind of the quiet time, and we only have one more week of OTAs, and then we got minicamp, and then we got 6 weeks off until training camp.
I have a question.
What's that?
What's the point of OTAs anyway if you're going to do training camp? Because a lot of these players train on their own anyway, on the off, doing on. So I don't see the.
They do installs. They do installs of your game planning.
Okay.
Now,
but don't they do that
but now hold it. But
before that, they did that in training camp, right?
They but here's the difference though. Back in the day, you used to have 6 weeks of training camp, 2 a days, and a special team practice. Mm-hmm. Now you only have 14 padded practices.
Well, they should go back so these players don't want to get tough
but see, here's the problem. Okay, here's what you want to know what happened. Why they don't practice anymore?
Because you know why. We all know why.
The CBA.
Because the what was that? Or I can't
bargaining agreements and shit.
The bargaining agreement. The bargaining agreement favors the NFL. They don't favor the players.
Well, no. What they did is they put a carrot in front of the players.
NFL wanted, and they say yes to it.
Well, no. See, what you do is you give low-hanging fruit to the players. You say, you know what? We care about you guys. We're going to cut back, the practices. We don't want to make y'all have to practice 2 a days. We're going to cut down on the practices. And we're going to go ahead and put in an extra game for you. Right? So they make more money.
So Mark.
So players are excited about that, right?
Football is not made to play
I know.
2 days a week.
The owners don't care that.
I know. That's what I said.
You know what they know is, doesn't matter what they put on television, you as a fan is going to watch.
I know I'm not. Thursday night football, some Thursday night football games are so bad to watch, and you know it because the players are still out. They hurt and they can't go out there. We all know some of those Thursday night games are.
We know that. Painful. Yet they still making more money every year.
Well, they go on that Teflon going to fall off
because now wait a minute.
One day.
So we got Wednesday games, Thursday games, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, before long, there will be a game every night of the week. I bet you within 5 years.
I bet you in the next 2 years, when Netflix and Prime Video take over it, and when you can't watch football on regular TV, it's going to be gone.
Oh, well, that's soon. That by 2029, that'll happen because they've already decided we're tearing up the television contract. That's the first off ramp for it.
Ma, game time's in the chat.
Hey, game time. How are you doing?
So I have a
That's
problem
already
with that
going to
because
change.
They're already doing it.
Well, you know, if you want to see every game, it's about $1,400 right now between YouTube TV, between Paramount, ESPN2, Netflix. It's already there. It's already there, so you know it's coming. NFL is about making that money, and they are great at making
And that's
it.
the problem. That's the problem with the so-called players union. The players union is the worst union in all of sports. It is the worst union in all of sports. You know it, and I know it because every time they give a low-hanging fruit, hey, y'all can have this, have that. Oh, we don't like that. We're gonna give you this. We're gonna give you that.
Of
They
course,
never give
game
what
time.
they
Of course, I'm excited to see you,
want.
man. I'm just knee deep of fighting here with Momo and trying to keep this thing going on and stuff in here. I see you there. Why ain't you in here, bro? We'd like to get the Eagles' perspective. You know, since you're knee deep in the belly of the beast, there. Eagle fans seem to be sure that they're going to repeat. And I'm saying that they're cruising for a bruising, that they're going to be taking a big step back.
I'm just saying this. I know you want to gloss over that, and you think the NFL is this great league, and they do their players right. They do their players dirty.
Oh, I know that. Shit. Everybody knows that. NFL's going to use you up and spit you out.
Next thing
Yeah,
you
my
know,
favorite basketball team's going to the finals, the Pacers.
Don't care. Nobody's gonna watch the finals. NBA,
No big time markers in it now. It's just small time.
Well, at least Stephen A. Smith's team is out.
No. Here's the thing about the NBA. NBA been having the worst ratings on basketball the last 2 or 3 years because the product is horrible. And that last night, I watched the game overnight against the Knicks. They say it's no physical, just like that. I seen so much physicality. I'm like, oh, are we playing? Is this going back to 1980? Because
Hey, Miss
what is we
Gibson.
doing here? A foul is a foul. Like the referee, and I will say this about Michael Parsons. I give credit where credit due. Michael Parsons, I had looked at some tape last couple of days. I didn't realize he got whole.
Oh my God, man!
I didn't realize this. I did not realize that he got held much as he did.
Here's the thing. No. Here's the reality of it, because he's going to beat you. So you look at it and say, do I let him beat me or do I risk getting the holding penalty? Chances are they're not going to call the holding penalty, so everybody holds.
Mark, you make it talk Cowboy Fried. She's a Knicks fan.
I mean, who cry now?
Tay Cowboys.
I'm sorry, Tay. I didn't know the Knicks were your team. I was just happy to see Stephen A. Smith crying about something, getting his heart broken. I don't want to break
about
your
everything now. He gonna be on your ass this year again.
He probably will be.
You got a new coach. You're coming off of a losing season. There shouldn't be the expectations of being but you know it's going to turn. By the time the Cowboys get to training camp, it's going to be the Cowboys or Super Bowl team. You can hear, I know that. Let them make one more move, they're going to say the Cowboys are Super Bowl team, even though they've got a new coach and they're starting all over.
Yep. Cowboys are the only team that could be predicted to go 7-10 before the season. And then it's a disappointment if they don't win the Super Bowl.
And speaking of another person who hates the Cowboys is Shannon Sharp, because he's not a fan of the organization. And now he's going down so fast because now he had to cancel his live tour. I wonder why. Because the people who support and give all and pay for the
because he took a step back to focus on his family.
Yeah, right.
His grown kids.
That's what he said. You know, I'm gonna take a little hiatus here from ESPN to focus in on my family. I'll be back for the regular season of NFL.
Oh, he ain't gonna be back. because
I
the
know he's not
lawsuit
going to be back.
continue. And then if I hear Ocho one more time talk about how many kids he got and how many more kids, I want 3 more kids and stuff like that, and challenging after. I know it's all a joke to him, but he is the joke. And at Nightcap, I watch it sometimes, and they tell interesting stories. But Shannon Sharp, you can't hate on everything and everybody. Now look at you. A model, a 19-year-old girl, and you 54 years old? Bro, grow the fuck up.
Yeah, some of y'all dudes, man, y'all. Bill Belichick's another one with his situation. Here's an interesting one here. There's Aisha. Your quarterback happened to say, Russell Wilson, about George Pickens, having spent time with George Pickens, says he will love it in Dallas and has him be going from great to the world's best. So if I'm reading that right, he was throwing to George Pickens, and he was saying he was
Mark, that's
great.
the first time I heard that.
It just happened 4 hours ago. But if he said, but wait a minute. So if he was throwing to him and he said he was great, and now he's going to have Dak throwing to him, he's going to be world's best.
So why couldn't he get the ball to him, Mark?
Well, I think that's kind of complimenting Dak Prescott, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely it is. But why couldn't he throw it to him?
That's what I'm saying.
Because he's washed up and never was this great quarterback everybody wanted to praise him to be.
He had a great defense. I'll tell you what, when you had that defense that they had, that was number one in yardage, number one in scoring defense, number one in taking the football away, shit. Okay.
And most of Russell Wilson's highlights with Seattle was not just him dropping back and throwing
running
the ball. It was him running all over the place and then throwing the ball up for grabs.
And Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Because you're right. Because he had great receivers and timing, and he'll buy time, and so the players, the defense will lose sight with the players. So he did that, but he wasn't the reason they won all of those games. It was that damn defense.
Yep.
Everybody know the real reason why Marshawn Lynch didn't get that ball at the goal line is because Marshawn Lynch was saying all through that week, I'm just here not to get fined.
Is Skip Bayless
They did
Cowboys
not want Marshawn Lynch to be the MVP of the game. If he would have got that ball in MVP of the game, because they're gonna have to give it to him.
That's with Seattle, right?
With Seattle. If they would have done that, Marshawn Lynch wouldn't have came to that podium and talked. He wouldn't have said nothing. And Doctor was afraid. That's why they put the hands of Russell Wilson, because they wanted Russell Wilson being the face of that team. And he ain't the face of that team. The face of that team was the defense.
Is Skip Bayless still a Cowboys fan? He turned against them.
No, he wishy-washy. He was trashing Dak Prescott over there. I don't know why.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, you know,
Mark, I'm gonna get him on your channel and y'all can have a conversation.
Who? I'm gonna say Russell Wilson is Jalen Hurts. That's about what Russell Wilson was asked to do. His Super Bowl winning year, he had 23 TDs,
Mark,
about 3,200 yards.
They gonna like what you just said.
About what?
You just said about Russell Wilson like Jalen Hurts.
I'm just saying, if you look at the numbers, that's about what they asked Jalen Hurts to do. I'm sorry. Okay, let me be clear. Jalen Hurts had a great Super Bowl, but it helped that they said, we have to stop the run and put 8 men in the box. And he had single coverage for his receivers. Week in and week out, they did not look and say, Jalen Hurts, you got to go out and win the game. You can't average 23 passes a game and say we're winning because of that guy. You had a great defense that slowed the whole game down, that got you the ball. You got the best running back in football. You were just a cog in the puzzle. And that's the same thing that Russell Wilson was. Russell Wilson, when he was, early in their winning Super Bowls, he wasn't asked to throw 40, 50 times a game to win the games. Mark, you heard about Ramsey?
Close.
Ramsey, I've heard is, unless something has broken in the last hour or two, he's been on the trade market for a while, but they figured they would be waiting until June 1st before they would trade him, because that's when they can take and put the money out over 2 years.
I think Dallas' running game will be better this year than it was last season.
I think the running game will be better. You'll be able to use the pass to help set up the run. I think they're going to be able to spread the field out, which is going to help the running game.
They're going to be doing a lot of play action, too, this year, too.
Yeah, I like to see some of that, too. Play action passing.
Yeah, they'll be doing a lot of play action.
Okay, so damage control going on here. So seeing Cardi B and Stephon Diggs posting on a boat together there.
Oh, yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah. Well,
you ain't heard about that concert? You ain't heard about what happened?
Well, I think that this is to try and make people go past the whole, what might have been bath salt passing.
It was a bag of.
No, that's a big thing.
It was a bag of Coke or bath salt.
Yeah,
no, it was Coke. That was Coke. And
but it was pink.
Headlines.
It was pink. It's Coke pink.
I don't know. I'm not a druggie, so I don't know.
And it's been some.
What's up, game time? How you doing?
Game time.
It's been it for
game time. I have a question for you.
What is pink cocaine made of?
That's I don't know. That's another version.
Also known as Tusi or Tusibi, is a dangerous and unpredictable drug. It's a mix of different substances, and the ingredients can vary, so you never really know what you're getting.
Nice.
Sometimes it contains ketamine, MDMA, or even fentanyl, which can be
he's Gideon. He's doing some Diddy action with the ketamine.
Just a reminder that I don't provide medical advice or diagnoses.
Damn. I like the lady voice that you have on there. She sounds kind of sexy on that.
You got it on your phone too. It's the Google. They changed Google Assistant.
Shout out to Google.
Gemini stuff.
The
so
Gemini talking now.
Gemini coming for your job.
Change the voice. You can change the voice. I use it all the time for everything. Too much.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, but that's what they were saying. The controversy was that everybody was talking about that.
Well, they're talking about cutting his ass.
Yeah,
because of it.
Rabel's not going to put up with that. Again, I don't know what they were thinking.
We dodged the bullet by not signing him.
There's a reason why he's moved from team to team to team. I was surprised that that's where he ended up. I thought maybe he knew something that we didn't know, but clearly Stephon Diggs has got some issues. He's got a lot of Odell Beckham in him, so maybe not as good a player after the injury as Odell. I don't know.
No, but Brian, you heard what Odell said of a day?
Yeah,
he said
I heard he everybody thinks he only has the one catch that Mark was at.
No, he said he never wanted to leave New York City, New York Giants. What? You called
He
your
was
own
punching
demise.
holes in Lambeau Field and all that, and have a meltdown on the sideline.
Wasn't in his right mind. You know that. Again, you saw it.
Well, yeah, remember that Instagram model in the hotel, and we seen coke all over the bed.
Well, you know, these guys blow through their money anymore. NFL players, they just blow through their money. So, you know, it's sad, but it is. I mean,
didn't Dak welcome a new child this week?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, little girl.
That little girl.
2 now. He's a girl dad.
Maybe we should sue her up. Maybe she could complete a pass this year.
He ain't getting no rest on that injury. Then
Mark, did you do a video on? I think you did. I didn't see it, but I thought I saw it. Did you do a video on Michael Irvin's latest video?
Definitely yesterday, man.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it because
he's come 180 on him
without a doubt. I called it the cow. That's the title of it was Brian Schottenheimer's done the impossible. Because when you heard him, he went balls deep about how bad a move it was, and he ended up having a man crush on him. If you watch this podcast,
yeah, and I have a couple clips. I need to get to a video. I apologize, but I have a couple clips that I put together of that interview. You know, you can't use the whole thing, but you know,
there's my dog.
He is giddy. he is giddy. from what he saw.
He
It's
was
about creating
yeah.
competition, right?
It was
Mark?
unbelievable.
I seen him. He was at practice.
There's my dog, Mark.
Your dog is passed out, Tyler.
The dog was like
passed out.
we're talking about the off season. That's what's going on now. But he was just very, very excited regarding what he saw. And I know people are going to troll us for this, Mark, but it is what it is. We have to report what we're hearing, right? We're not just going to, turn the deaf ear to it. We're hearing positive things by a guy who was very critical, right? Just a few months ago, when they did the hiring process, everybody, including myself, was calling for at least interview Dion. We wanted, and the only reason why, and this goes to everybody in the chat, the only reason why we wanted Dion at the time, or at least I did, is to bring somewhat of credibility, to the room. Mike McCarthy, say what you want. He's known for a guy who doesn't put in very long hours at the office. That's just a fact, people. I know he won a Super Bowl, so I'm not kicking him on the way out. He's going to be fine, people. But he didn't know what Brian Schottenheimer was going to do. But Brian Schottenheimer
he impressed him.
He's getting everybody's attention. He's bringing him in.
I like him.
He's their buddy. But then again, he got into their ass when. And you know how it is. It's the old Jimmy Johnson thing. Even if nobody was doing, even if it was not a big deal, he's going to use it and create competition, right? Create like a teammate, well, who was it that was loafing? Who was loafing? Was it you or was it me? Who was loafing? Now it's called accountability. So now you got a competition. You got like accountability. And it's, again, Momo, it may be crazy. But I'm just saying, Michael Irvin, who I trust, loves what he saw.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the problem with this Michael Irvin.
Here we go. You're going to go back.
No.
Go on.
Let's look at this. Michael Irvin goes on these tangents and these rants worse than me.
But he's worse than me on these rants.
And he raved. In 1 minute, no matter how bad the Cowboys was, how bad their defense was, he keeps praising like this is still good. Well, I still think this is a very good defense. All we got to do is do this and do that. Every time somebody criticize him, like that, now he
not lately.
What are you talking about, Momo?
Oh, Commander's fan.
What the heck?
He's so fan.
Momo's a Commander fan. Act like you're a Cowboy fan, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's showing a whole lot of attention on the Cowboys.
I'm serious.
LeVar Arrington did the same thing when he was a panelist.
I agree. I agree that LeVar Arrington. Okay, Charlie, I just keep it a buck with you. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I'm feeling like that. I know the restaurant you in. The
I'm telling you,
don't understand.
Listen,
I just tell the truth. People who are fans can't get behind the truth because most fans are delusional.
Okay, but beyond that, though, let me game time.
Yes,
we've been doing this for years and years and years. I think that the Cowboys have taken a step back as far as being in the spotlight with Jerry and Stephen Jones. I can't even remember the last time that Jerry Jones said something.
Been a while.
It's been a while. And, we've got all these OTAs that are going on. In fact, I feel like it's too quiet right now. I feel like they're working on something.
Let's wait till Hard Knocks.
What you say?
I said wait till Hard Knocks. He'll be on there.
I would say this, Mark. They are in. I'm not going to predict a big move, but man, they have everything and more that they need to go out and do a big move right
without
now.
doubt.
Just looking at their salary structure, I know there's deals that have to be done, but again, if they are in a win now mode, they're going to get Micah done. Don't ask me, people. Stop asking me why Micah and all big contracts had to be done during training camp. Don't ask me. Mark knows that's just how they do business. We could speculate as to why. I do my opinion out there, but it's going to get done, and that's going to free up $10-12 million. We haven't addressed any roster. We haven't addressed any roster moves yet. That's probably going to save at least another 10 when it's all said and done. I'm just saying there are guys on the team that aren't going to be on the team, and you're going to save cap I mean, Damone Clark. I mean, I got he
$3.5
I know
million.
Malik
I mean, I know they're
Hooker.
giving him a look-see, Mark, but that's 4.5 there. There's a bunch of money out there.
Donovan
Not that you
Wilson
need
is
it.
9.
Donovan Wilson's 9. Yes. I mean, and I don't know that they're getting rid of him, but I'm just saying there's plenty of opportunity to save even more. But well, I'm
Well,
trying
hearing
to
that
rumors.
kid from the
Well,
Bears.
rumors for Jalen Ramsey right now is he ended up tweeting out basically whispers he's in an LA Fitness
he's going back to the Rams.
I've heard
or the
I'm
Chargers.
hearing this kid from the Bears is the best cat secret that we signed, that linebacker.
Jack
Jack
Stanborn.
I'm hearing
Sanborn?
good
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing good things about him.
Well, he's
The
definitely
fans of
Everfus
Chicago
guy.
were not happy that they lost him. He was the heartbeat of that defense, even though he wasn't a starter. We know we've had those players, right? And not that Bill Bates wasn't a starter, but we've had those heartbeat type players in the past for the Cowboys.
Yep.
Like a Jack Del Rio type. That's what he is. So,
Well,
I'm more-
I think we're in a better position. We're definitely
yeah. I mean, we had
heading in the right
firepower.
direction.
I say we had the firepower to do everything we want, anything we want. I think you're going to see. You love him or hate him. We're going to bring in a veteran corner. I do believe that Diggs will not be ready to go at the start of the season.
I like they brought George Pickens in. That was a good move.
And Savon Ravel.
Yeah, Savon Ravel probably
be.
will be, Mark, but he's a rookie.
But he's a
coming off
rookie,
an
hasn't
injury.
played since September last year.
Yes, exactly. So, and don't forget about the D tackle spot. Okay, there's going to be more dominoes to fall post
Yeah,
June 1.
there'll be a lot, and that's a position that an older guys
and
can
I don't
still
even
play.
know that it's going to be June 1, Mark, as much as training camp. I think don't expect immediate, like June 1, just, like tomorrow for moves. I think this is going to be in the training camp because let's face it, every team can cut, 2 guys, Mark, prior to June 1 and designate them. So if they were, wanted to run anybody out of town, they would have done it by now. But you will see some movement once everybody gets into training camp and you see what you got from your draft class. There'll be some veterans to be had at the defensive tackle position. So,
Yeah. And here, going through your OTAs, you start looking at it and saying, well, this young guy is playing a lot better than we thought, and we can kind of get rid of some of the fat here and try and make a move. And that's where you'll still start to see a few players starting to get cut in the next couple of weeks and stuff through OTAs.
Right. That's true. That's true.
You're right. Between, if you don't do something before minicamp, then it doesn't really help you until until training camp, because everybody's gone for 6 weeks basically.
Yeah, I swear, just my little opinion on Dak for Micah's deal is I don't think they want to give that kind of money to anybody until they have to. You know what it is? God forbid he goes and does. God forbid something bad happens to the kid. They're not on the hook for $200 and some million.
They don't like it. I think they have this thing of, we don't want to give you a whole bunch of money and know that you've got like 2 months of time to do something stupid with. That it always seems like they're in training camp where we know you're locked down for the rest of the season. You're here at training camp. You've got the games. You're not going to do anything stupid. So you're right about that. And that and the publicity on it. They're still talking, of course. Is Micah going to show? Is Micah going to get traded? And
like your question was basically, like Jerry and Steven. Yeah, I do believe that Jerry won't be able to help himself if they start rolling. You know what I mean? That. I told you. But I just defer to everybody to just go to the Michael Irvin video or check out Mark's video. I'll be doing one either tonight or tomorrow morning.
I seen the whole video. I seen the whole rant.
Listen, Momo, he's been very critical of this organization.
Of course he has.
So it's not like he's all sunshine and rainbows. It's all I'm trying to say. And he actually went there, and he didn't even talk. He made it a point not to talk. He wanted to get some content.
Didn't take his family like everybody else did.
And he was he caught up to it, brought back memory. All we're saying is, Momo, you have to coach a certain way.
Right.
Michael knows he was coached one way in the NFL under Jimmy Johnson. And so he knows, and he's seeing that. And that's why there's a little twinkle in his eye, because he's seeing.
Didn't he say this when they was 12-5 those 3 years? How when they were Super Bowl?
There was always a but there. There was never an all in. I mean, he may have said it, but
he
we've
was
been hearing
drooling so hard. He had spit. He had
You see
spit
something
drooling
that's
down from
familiar
his
in his
mouth
winning days.
on live TV.
We've been hearing culture. We have a
There is
culture
no culture
problem.
is Jerry. So
I'm saying, but
sometimes it's about doing and shutting
But that's
the
what
hell
we're
up and
trying to
getting it
tell you,
done.
Momo, is that when was the last time you
simple.
saw a coach, have a shot with a player? I mean, not a shot with a player, but he was on the golf course, and it's a fatherly figure who will also discipline you, and he saw it
It's a
all
shotty.
just in the one day that he was 2 hours or 3 hours that he was at the facility. He saw them, I mean, guys running through everything, and then he give them a break. They came back from the break. One guy maybe loafed a little, and they were all like, I mean, even Michael said, I don't even know that the guy was loafing, but Shoddy used that as a point to dig into him a little bit, and then they started questioning each other. I said, "Well, who was it?" That's a brotherhood. That's a beginning. Now you got to stack day after day after day. Or Momo's right. It could all fall apart. It could all be nothing. All I'm saying is it's a brotherhood. We haven't seen that type of thing for a while.
What happens? And we all know just what happens if they winning. And when winning cures everything.
It does.
Yeah. So when they start to lose, when they start to have this losing streak or any type of losing,
that could be anybody, though, bro. That could be anybody.
But see, here's my thing. I believe the Cowboys gonna have a winning season.
I
never said they're gonna have a losing season, but Washington's gonna have a better season than last year.
Hey,
so
Eagle
we
fans.
gonna be fine.
Oh Lordy.
Hey, Eagle fans.
I hope so, Momo. I mean, like
Eagle
I said,
fans, hold your ears right now.
People got tape. People got tape now.
Hold your ears, Eagle fans. I got to hear this.
Eagle fans, hold your ears. Just hold your ears.
Mark can record me officially, and I will.
Hold on. I got to hear this. He's saying hold your.
This goes to Momo.
I hope Leo don't jump on here.
You were saying what regarding that? If it all goes bad, we saw what the Super Bowl champions was just a few months prior. What happened when it went bad? Okay, it goes bad. They lost 6 games in a row, and it cost them the division, and they were 1 and done in the playoffs. It could go bad for any team, is what I'm saying. And then that team recovered and went on to win a Super Bowl in a dominant fashion last year. As much as we don't like it, we gotta admit it. So it could go bad.
The one caveat about the Cowboys, if I was a Cowboys fan, I'll be worried about the defensive coordinator because he has a tendency to do things that he shouldn't do in his defense.
You brought up the coordinator. Every stop he's been, and we'll let Mark get to the super chat real quick. But
Dirty Sanchez.
He's done. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Dirty. Oh God, now I know the team is horrible. Momo is saying we're going to do good.
Yes, we are. That's no question. I believe our defense is going to stop the run.
Oh Lordy. Okay. Defense is going to be your biggest problem.
Dan Quinn stopped the run.
Speaking of stopping the run,
Jalen Hurts had a sophomore slump. It happens.
You got to overcome
that.
About Kenneth Murray? Kenneth Murray's looking good.
You ever heard this before, Laura Cowboy? He's the man.
Okay, but I'm just saying, every quarterback has a sophomore slump.
Well, let me get to Momo.
Dak had a sophomore slump, and so did Hurts.
It ain't gonna be too many Hail Marys.
Let me get to Momo.
Second season.
Momo, you were talking about Matt Eberflus. Every first year at all of his stops, he takes the defense and makes him in the top 15. Everywhere he's gone, year 1, he makes the defense a top
15. So how many teams? Okay. So what happens at the second year?
Okay. Well, we're dealing with this year right now.
Listen, bro, I'm not here to tell you.
Oh man,
I'm just saying.
D is coming up right now. She's at number 2 position
and gets the team going in the right direction. I'm not talking anything more than now. You're asking me next year.
Oh my God,
I'll be fine.
Yeah,
Momo, man.
I think Washington is. How many 17 games? 11-6. Cowboys come in second place.
That's impossible, Momo, because every time the Washington Commanders have won the division,
They're
had
ass
like
ass
7
next
or
year.
8 wins, and everybody else sucks.
Nah,
It's
not
gonna
this
be
year,
good.
baby. This man,
The NFC East gonna be good.
Following year, they've been
Jaden
asked.
is him.
Even after they won the Super Bowl, they were asked the following year.
Oh no, Jaden is him.
When they had
He's
Mark
a different.
Rippon.
He's a different type of man. He's like that. He has that poise. He's calm. He'll never let things get to him. So
Just
he's
can't
a
have a
different
good
type of
Find out.
quarterback.
Hey,
The only thing will stop that run is Momo's crack. Oh, damn,
Once
Ultra.
teams start figuring them out, they gonna
Doesn't
have
matter who
something.
you figure out. Did they figure out
Well,
Mahomes?
stuff changes every year.
Hey, they figured
Oh,
out
my
Jalen
God.
Hurts. They figured out Dak.
I just
They gonna
love.
figure out-
It's not a top 5 quarterback.
I just love how the Commanders have one good season and Momo acts like they are perennial winners. Come on, bro. Get the fuck out. I'm sorry, get the F out of here.
Hey, don't hate, just appreciate.
There's nothing to appreciate. It was one decent season. And with that decent season, you still lost to the Cowboys
right back.
and Cooper Rush.
I gotta take off my flip flops and go put on my high boots. I'll be right back.
Because the shit's getting thick in here, ain't it? Please. Momo. Damn. Are you trying to take up for Leo?
Momo's our natural rival. I know Eagle fans don't
Oh,
like hearing that,
my
but-
God.
I mean, why? I mean, Mark knows he lives in the belly of the beast. There, that's our national. That's our actual rival. That'll always.
Yes.
It used to be, yes.
We probably split
And
with y'all.
this
We
is
gonna
fun.
split.
And I will say, Momo, I would be now. You have, in my opinion, Momo, you have the easiest schedule out of the 4 teams in the NFC.
Thank you.
So you got that going for you. So you may win 10.
11,
maybe 11. I mean, but I don't think you're going to have this success in the playoff that you had last year.
Here's the bold prediction
But
on
you know,
game
I
time.
know. It's a
Here's the bold prediction, not to cut you off. I don't really mean to cut you off. Here's the bold prediction. I believe in this 17-game schedule, 3 of those games we're gonna blow out teams.
There you go. Well, that's not. I mean, you should. You're a. I mean, you made it to what?
And one of those games, one of the games is gonna
2
get
rounds.
Philadelphia because I believe Jaden Hurts not gonna be there because I think he's gonna throw the ball too much and he's gonna get hurt. I believe that.
Okay.
Wow. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
Is Leo on here?
I just wanted to
I
get
don't
my.
care. Because Leo likes
I'm not going to predict
talk
injuries. I don't
sophisticated,
wish
break
that
it
on
down.
anybody.
You can break it down. Your offensive line, your second tier,
Break down.
the
Break
defensive
down.
player. They don't have the team they once had because end of the day, Barkley is if he gets 1,000 yards, 1,100 yards, that's bravo for him. But he ain't gonna have no 1,500 yards. He ain't gonna have.
He ain't going to
1,200
have
yards
2,000
season.
yards this year.
Who knows what he'll have? He'll probably have the darn Madden curse if he's on the damn cover.
They said
Barkley
he's on the
is
cover,
going to
man.
be on the Madden. That's no question. They're gonna put him on there.
Sorry, Eagles fans. I guess you'll just play
Mark,
it.
just real quick. I know you're going to get off here soon, but
That don't mean nothing.
What you got?
I wanted to talk about. I had brought up because we had talked about. We do need to do a video. I am off tomorrow, so just keep that in your mind.
Okay.
But I know you're busy doing cabinets, but we need to talk
Coming
about
down the tail end of it.
all these 1-year deal guys, and I want to highlight Kenneth Murray. I had brought him up a little while ago. He was a favorite of mine in college out of the University of Oklahoma. He's been. I mean, he was with the Chargers, and then last year
Right.
with Tennessee, he was a team captain.
He's team captain, so he's a leader.
Yeah. And he's had some issues with scheme, but man, he has picked it up unbelievably well. So again, I would say linebacker because he's wearing the green dot already. Everybody was promoting Maris Leafau, which is a young, talented guy. He's going to be part of the mix. But I would argue that linebacker may be our most deepest position
At this point,
outside of defensive end. And who would have thought that when Eric Kendricks is still out there? Okay, for everybody to have, not just the Cowboys. Over 100 tackles last year. Man, this dude looks the part. He's a beast. He's big. He's got a little Rolando McClain in him. That's how
Rolando was one of the best thumpers. If he ever wanted to play,
he doesn't always make the right decision.
He didn't like to practice, and he has a head
this
case.
guy is
But
not
damn.
like that. He's fighting for a contract, so he's gonna ball out this year. You best bet that he's going to ball out.
Oh, actually, you do, Jeff Lee. If you the winner for each of the live streams of the community scoreboard is going to get a prize from Jobu Sports. It'll be a T-shirt. Okay.
Up,
Chris
brother?
May got the first one, Jeff. And right now, you're rounding the corner, and you'll get your pick of what you want.
You're going to get this.
A Tony Dorsett.
It's brand new, a Tony Dorsett authentic, baby.
There you go. That's a nice one.
Nice.
Now, I tell you,
brother.
after
This
hearing
too could be yours now. I'm keeping this one.
after hearing Michael Irvin praising Schottenheimer, the person I want to hear from now is Emmitt Smith.
Blackers, don't get too excited. We don't want crazy to happen.
Hey, Thomas.
You're right about that.
Linebacker.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Thomas.
That's the thing that
Mark. I'm sorry. What you said? You said
I want to hear from Emmitt Smith. His thoughts. Emmitt was definitely another one.
I don't think he was there. Emmitt's been very critical. And Troy Aikman, who's more. I don't know if anybody realizes Troy doesn't have much to do with the flagship 105.3 The Fan, which is kind of. I don't know. I'm getting tired of the Fan these days. But if you go on the Ticket, which is the other Dallas station, Troy's always on there. And Troy will tell you, Troy has not been a fan of the Cowboys of late, has he, Mark? He has not.
He's been really critical.
He has come out and said the S word. He didn't say they're going to the Super Bowl, but he said from what he's seeing, it would not surprise him. And I don't like to say that because people go, oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm just telling you that these are men that have won championships that don't use that word lightly. Just by the culture. The culture is a lot. Everybody's talented, people. I know everybody thinks the Giants stink. Giants are talented. Giants have, really should have won more games than they have. Their defense has been very talented. And this year, their defense may be the most talented in the division, arguably. I know Eagle fans aren't going to like that, but
look at Jimbo. He's okay. Eagle fans are laughing now.
But the Giants, just look at it. They have a lot of talent on defense.
They
guys.
do. That front of theirs is going to be bad.
Add Abdul Carter to that defense. Yeah.
I like
a lot of sacks.
I like when they drafted Scalable. I like that dude.
I just mean in general, they've underachieved. They have talent. What I'm trying to say is, from the New York Giants, who weren't good, like record-wise, and the Eagles, the gap isn't really what you guys think it is. We always seem like, oh my God, it's a mountain. It's not really. If like a few things go bad for the Eagles and a few things go right for the Giants, now they have a horrible schedule, so they're a bad analogy. But you get what I'm saying.
Actually, last year the Giants should have beat Washington in one of those games. To be honest with you.
I tell you what,
quarterback. I just think their head coach and their general manager are buffoons. So that's what I think the problem is.
Yeah, that's why nobody's ever going to do that Hard Knocks off season. After
they're making you do it now. We didn't have a choice. Dallas wants
I tell you what, if the Cowboys beat the Eagles, the season opener, that
you know what they're going to say, Mark.
No, but here's the problem: is look at the schedule they have after that.
Yep.
Because they go through, they could be buried the first half of the season. And if they lose to the Cowboys, then you got the Rams, you've got, I got to look at it again. You got Rams, you got Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay has always played them good. Who's the other one? Who am I missing?
I think it is Kansas City.
Yeah, that's right, Kansas City. You got, if you lose to the Cowboys, and then you got Kansas City week 2, and then the Rams, and then Tampa Bay, shit goes downhill real quick.
Because he's gonna have to throw the football, Mark, and he's not a. I'm telling you, he gonna have to. I know he likes to do the Russell Wilson thing, run around and find an open person, but that running game ain't gonna be the same. I don't know why everybody thinks he's. I think he ain't.
Yeah, but you're kind of like Momo. I mean, I know what you're saying. I'm on record of saying everything's not going to go like it went last year, but they're still unbelievably talented.
Oh, I agree.
Football. Running the football is their bread and butter. They will be able to run the football. Barring injury, they will be able to run the football. Nobody. It may not be at the clip of 2,000 yards, but they're going to be able to run.
Yeah, he's going to be able to run, but he's not going. Yeah, Saquon going. He's going to run. But he's not going to have his moments. like he did last year.
Mhm.
Saquon, if you look at the history of him, he every year when he had that good year, that next year
But
he suck ass.
He could
But
be
I would say
Christian
this,
McCaffrey.
Thomas. Yeah, but this is an offensive line that is pretty darn stout. So
Momo, shut the F up. 55-23. Damn, Drew.
See,
Mama,
that's
but see,
just,
man,
you know,
like they're living on last year, and they're allowed to because they're a Super Bowl champion.
no,
They're
I
really
don't
back
give a
on.
rat's ass what Drew says, because Drew just Drew. If you really want to help this channel, and you want me to shut the F up, all you guys do drop $100 on here and and I'll shut up. I'll shut up right now. You drop $100.
Hell, I'll shut up too.
This is for my channel.
Momo's drinking too much Kool-Aid, says Danny Dallas.
But you never know. But hold it. The year before, Christian McCaffrey, number one back, right? They rode him right into the Super Bowl, and he got out there and was injured majority of the season. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I just said that, Mark. You know, Chris McCaffrey, he had his moments. It was NFC. It was NFL Offensive Player of the Year, and then the next year, what happened? He got hurt.
All I'm saying is that if you gonna tell me to shut the hell up for $1.99, you should ante up to do more. They ain't shutting me up, bro.
Say Momo cheat.
Anything can happen, but I don't like the. I mean, listen. Let's just let that play out. I think it's bad juju or whatever the correct word
juju
is. Just to talk injuries because I don't want anybody to go through. I don't want anybody to go through what we went through last year. But I can assure you this. I can assure you this, Thomas. If a team goes through the same injuries that we did,
San Francisco had the same as we did, basically.
I will give them a benefit. You know what I mean? The problem here's the deal though, Mark, between San Francisco, San Fran and us. They were injured like we were injured, but they didn't replace. They have lost. They have holes. They have a lot of holes on that team.
Yeah.
Now, thankfully, they have a dog meat schedule. When you get a chance, everybody, look at the 49ers schedule. It's a joke.
Now, I want to ask you a question.
They may win 10 games by default.
So it looks. I'm going to ask you a question, game time, because this is a serious question. So it looks like it's a possibility. It don't look like it is going to happen. They gonna release. What's
up, Joe?
Well, they gonna release the I forgot his name he played for New England Patriots. He got in that trouble with all that stuff.
Stephon Diggs.
And he's out there. You think the Cowboys should go after
hell
him?
No. Well, now again, yet another position, Mark, that we are. I know people laugh. But we're loaded at wide receiver. We're going to be letting go of good wide receivers. So
Holly Pierce, shout out to Holly with the gift membership.
Jimbo, lucky Jimbo, you got another Eagle fan. Channel member. Here we go, Jimbo.
Jimbo, email me cowboysmark94@gmail so I can send you a shot glass.
Shot.
No.
Appreciate you, Holly.
We ain't picking him up if he get released, and I don't care if his little brother do get the whining. And
his brother's in the hot seat. His brother ain't got no pull right now.
Yeah, he's in the hot seat. Ain't he?
It's
he's just not a. He doesn't make he makes poor choices. We'll just
he should be still in Buffalo, but his arrogance
again. He should still be in Minnesota. He should have never left there. He should have. He was. You remember he left after an unbelievable playoff game, but he just couldn't shut up. He just could not shut up.
But I think him.
If he was
Dan 1995 thinks that we're going to get Ramsey and Reader. Sounded like Ramsey's going to LA.
Why would y'all want Ramsey? I think he's passed.
Well, anybody we get, Momo, is going to be on the downside. We just need a veteran guy. I don't think it's going to be Ramsey. I don't.
No, I don't think so neither.
I think it'll be who we've been talking about.
Hey,
It'll be Stephon Gilmore.
You know I'm a Washington fan. I think when we got the guy from New Orleans, the cornerback, he could get. I don't know what happened. I think he was still hurt.
Oh, you're good.
Talk about Roby.
No, you got the other guy.
He's the top
Lattimore.
Yes, Lattimore. Bang, bang.
Lattimore. He was. I felt like he was still hurt when we got him, and he never healed. And I don't know. He might be better this year because he's still under contract. I don't know how many more years that contract is, but I just felt if he gets right, it will be good.
I tell you what, Philly 500 is doing a whole lot of talking, man. He's writing a whole lot of checks right now.
Mark, is that the real one or is that the fake one?
No, I'm talking about on Twitter. You know, he's just a hell yeah, I love this show, like Cowboy Joe Boo, like choking quarterbacks. You know, he posted a picture on Twitter yesterday of was my likeness wearing Eagle gear walking out of a Home Depot and shit. So it's like, okay. He's going balls deep right now, man. I tell you what, if they slide, I'm going to light his ass up this season. Please.
I would like to be on his podcast. I would like to go in there and ride him the ride act. I would love to.
Maybe I'll bring you on again.
It's him and Joey Shake on that podcast, so good luck.
I don't care. Eagles fans
him and Joey like to do a lot of packing, right?
Yeah, packing and swallowing and stuff, you know.
Oh god. Actually, Philly 500, he's a great dude. So it's all in fun, people. Just know that. But he is making. He's writing checks, Aisha. What's up?
What happened to your Phillies today, yo?
Yeah, we got swept out. We got swept.
And you lost the lead, division lead.
Yes,
I was happy the Knicks lost because Stephen A. Smith has to suffer.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith is fine right now.
Momo tells the truth. Linda, he's got you finishing third. So does that mean, just to let you know, Momo's got the Eagles finishing third in the division. So does he tell the truth or does he fib a little bit? What do you think, Linda? Joe DeMasi packing a lot of BS. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. It just mind you, it's June 1st. So
yeah, Stephen A. probably lost his mind. The Pacers went to the finals.
But Brian, has anybody been released yet? I haven't seen anything.
No, like I was telling Mark, there's not going to be much movement now. It'll be in training camp when they see what they got with their rookies. That's what it'll be. Because you could already release them. You could designate them post June 1. You know?
I think Jalen Ramsey is going to be released because I didn't see his mom today.
You think who is?
Released. Then I think Dallas has an opportunity.
You think who's going to get released?
Jalen Ramsey, because his mom wasn't in church today.
I think he's going to be traded.
I would say it's
and you know, and that's his biggest fan, his mother.
It cost a fifth. So
you know, your mom's gonna be your biggest fan.
I think he's going back to LA Rams. But I'd rather have him over Gilmore, sure.
Well, he's $15 million this year. Now I don't know how much Miami's going to eat on that contract.
They're not going to do that. They got way too much going.
I know they're not.
Everybody keeps saying Ramsey. They're not. You just expect Gilmore. That'll be the move that you'll get. And it'll be a veteran guy who's played there, can hold the fort down as these guys get more healthy.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense. Why invest a lot of money in a guy that you're only going to have for a year? It makes no sense to bring in Ramsey because you're right. He's nowhere near what he used to be. It's Gilmore, but you're not paying for it.
Right.
Yeah, and like you said,
well,
Brian,
what you could do here's what you could do. You could, instead of paying Ramsey, you bring on Stephon Gilmore and you get yourself a beast defensive tackle.
Yes, another one. We do have a couple, but yes.
Yeah. You know, that's the way you look at it. You'd be better off doing that.
And that's Jerry's motto. You just said it. That's Jerry. Why would I pay X for this when I can pay 3 players for the same amount of money? So not that you can get DJ Reader for that type of money. You might if he gets cut, but yeah, I agree. Multiple players, depth. Dallas is really going to go for it this year. I think you're seeing that now. So get ready. Yeah, hold on to your seats because it's going to be a fun ride. People, Eagle fans are really. I went by the Eagle Stadium the other day going to the airport, dropped my wife off, and I said we're getting ready to put boot to ass as we were driving by, and they're like, "Do you really believe that?" I'm like, "I don't know. Game one is going to be tough for us to win, but I just have a weird feeling that we're going to come out really good. So I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'll be here to say it. But could you imagine, Mark, if we go into the Link and win?
I'm telling you that would literally just break the Eagles, I think.
But you know what the first thing they're going to say? They're going to go, "Oh, yeah, but you can't. You've won your Super Bowl. Now you can't. Now you'll choke in the playoffs." That's what the narrative will always be moved. But it still will feel good. It still will feel good.
I'm telling you, the shit could go downhill.
No. Everybody's a Cowboy fan.
Except for Momo.
Yeah, well, my son, my wife. I mean, my other two kids don't really could care less.
Talk about your family.
Yeah, my mother, my father was from Texas. Yeah, everybody was. My brother who passed away, but yeah, we were all Cowboy fans. Now my sister's married to an Eagle fan, so they're kind of Eagle fans. But whatever, it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Young Star, I believe we're good on tight ends as well. Yeah, Young Star, we are deep at the tight end position. I expect just a little fantasy football. If you get yourself Jake Ferguson this year, he's gonna have a monster year.
I'm beginning to think that Stephon Diggs wants to get out of New England.
You think? Why?
Okay, so first you have the whole. You got OTAs going on with the new coach. You're on a new team, right? And you have this whole pink substance that could be the pink cocaine or bath salts or something like that, right? So you have that going on. Well, but that was just a couple of days ago.
That's ketamine.
And now you got today, he's up here on a boat smacking Cardi B's ass. I mean, you would figure you'd be on the down low and kind of, if you're worried about your job, you'd be, "Hey, man, I apologize. I'm going to be at OTAs." You're up here smacking that big ass right there. You know what I'm saying? This is like, I'm trying to get fired, so you pay me.
Actually, Mark, this behavior has always been in Buffalo. This ain't nothing new.
Right. And that's where he's never satisfied where he is. So it's kind of like, I really don't want to play in New England. It was great to get that
Minnesota. It's too late now.
I'm just saying. This feels like he's trying to work his ass. Well, work her ass too. Right on out.
He probably go to Dallas.
I don't think that Brian Schottenheimer wants that.
Yeah, no. Again, everybody's just. Yeah, I know. I hate saying it. I just want to lay low, Mark. But it's tough when you have a YouTube channel not to talk some of your. I really do feel that we're so deep at the wide receiver position with the addition of George Pickens, because we have a lot of guys who haven't elevated to the number 2 status, but are ballers. We got Miko is a high draft pick. We got Tolbert, who was on everybody wants to bust on Tolbert. He can
be your Cedric Wilson.
I mean, he has.
Tolbert might have his best year.
I mean, he has 6 touchdowns and 700 yards. Man, that's good for a third round, or for a third, or like a number 3 or a number 4.
See, look at this. Look, this is what I'm talking about. Look, Philly 500 sending me shit like this.
We can't see it, Mark.
Okay, look, I'll put it over here for you.
He's showing
number 4S.
That's Philly 500. He's sorry, sent that to you by mistake. Okay, sure you did.
So I'll give you an analogy of some of these players. Some big time players always get cut. Some rosters, some major name. It's sort of like what happened in wrestling today, and everybody up and off, and R-Truth got let go by the WWE. He got released. Everybody going.
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is. But
like what?
Oh
man,
released 17 years with the company. He got released. He got released because it was nothing for him to do, whatever the case may be.
What is it? Cowboys Mark 94? Mark?
Go off script.
It's looking like Jeff Lee is going to be our winner here today.
Comedy skits.
Jeff's holding on to this thing.
You a husky. Y'all some big boning folks. Oh, sorry. I digress. That was pretty funny last night.
Dot, not a comma.
Yeah, it's a dot. Right. CowboysMark94@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's it. A dot, obviously.
So, hey, Mark, make it happen. Make me and Philly, half Philly. I'll come on his podcast and we could talk.
You got to offer, but you got to be able to see when you're like with these big wigs.
I don't care about these big wigs.
No, but
he don't care about you.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm lucky to be able to get him on.
Look, he's like, who? What the hell is a Momo?
Offer them something, man.
Oh, he seen me up there before. He seen me when I was in that day. All three were chatting. Remember that day? I was calm and collected.
You were good.
Me, you, Philly 500. And I forgot the other guy's name.
Kyle Pizzle.
Yeah.
And
we
Mark.
all was up there.
Mark.
And did I go off
I
script?
know Mark was like, "You gonna bring him on?" I'm like, "Yeah." We're gonna bring him on the last half. Oh, you were on a good hour. You were on a good hour.
I thought I did well.
You
I didn't go off.
You gotta
I didn't go my
understand,
stupid rants.
Like some of your takes
cool.
are like out in left field, but in the bleachers.
Some?
It's
you
not
mean
even
all?
on the field of play sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes it is. Sometimes
but
it is.
I like it. So that's why I'm glad you're.
It's called entertainment. You got to get people to come because I'm the hated one. Everywhere I go, I'm hated because I say these off takes and people don't like it. That's fine. You ain't got to like me, but you're gonna love me.
Del Carey, what's up? Thank you, Jeff Lee. Wilson Santiago,
Well,
breakout team will be
Joe DeMassey's coming up the clubhouse stretch here. Number 2.
What are you doing?
The community scoreboard. And Holly Pierce is right there. Holly's close.
Oh, you don't have it, Brian?
I don't know.
I thought everybody had it.
Everybody I see has it now, Mark.
Oh, yeah, I have it, but I don't know what the hell it is.
It's basically a scoreboard for who interacts the most.
Oh, okay.
And so, and if the top 3 get a crown. So right now, Jeff Lee is the purple number 1.
But they can spam it and just say.
No, I don't want. I just don't want a Dorset jersey. If you can, I would love to have.
Wait, you get nothing and like it.
Sonny Jurgensen jersey.
You get nothing and like it, Momo.
You're gonna make him a Washington jersey.
Dude.
Randy McIntyre has exactly the right thing. The breakout team is going to be Dallas this year, coming off 7 wins.
We have the most room to improve.
Momo, it's going to be hard for you to improve. You went how far? You went toe to toe up until you.
I don't know. I'm not saying, but it's a possibility. Super Bowl.
You guys
it's
did
a possibility.
Oh my God, your Commander fans calling Super Bowl.
I say possibility.
Tell Charlie.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
were you on the boat with Stefan and grabbed the pink bag?
I guess at this moment it is a 1 in 32 chance.
Oh Lord,
for everybody. I guess it is a chance.
I'm gonna do a Derek. I'm gonna do what Leo said. I'm gonna be insufferable if we make it to Super Bowl.
Oh Lordy, you're already there, bro. You're already there. Okay.
You mean you're gonna be more? I'm not gonna come to the show. I'm just.
You better hope that Dallas don't win the Super Bowl. I'm gonna lose subscribers at a record rate if that happens. Because
they might put a hit on you in your neighborhood.
I'm not gonna let it go. Like all the shit I put up with.
I'm just saying. If we go to the Super Bowl,
brutality.
My rants will be epic.
Okay. Charlie asleep. You see Charlie over there asleep on the chat. He's knocked out.
Charlie.
Oh, you back in. No,
damn, Charlie.
If Dallas, I swear to God, if the
Charlie is
Dallas Cowboys
past.
Go to the Super Bowl.
He's past.
Come on this channel.
Charlie's passed the fuck out. Damn.
Isolate him.
You gotta get that somehow. Hold
Yeah,
on. I'm gonna
it's
get
not
this
the L.
somehow.
How can I get it?
Everybody shut
I'm
up,
gonna
and you
record
might
it
be
on
able to
my
listen.
Oh,
You might
Oh
hear
my
a
god!
snores.
Mark, you can make that go viral, dude.
Look,
Eagle
That
hold
fans
on,
sleeping.
look. Our chat is so interesting. He literally passed out. I hope he's okay.
Hope you're okay.
Yeah, really. I hope he ain't pulling I hope he ain't pulling no weekend at Bernie's.
No, he was at a sports bar. I thought there.
Oh, he's snoring. He's snoring because I can hear his nose. I can hear
Okay,
him.
hold on.
I think he's breathing heavy. He is a big man.
Well, his mic is muted.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, we put Charlie to sleep.
I'm serious.
He's around.
And now I'm gonna tell you
I
right
need
now,
Momo.
Mark.
I need Momo put him to sleep.
Look at
I need Momo put him to sleep.
So that's
Look
fine.
at him over there, man.
But I can tell you right now, if the Dallas Cowboys make the Super Bowl, I will not come on this channel.
Gonna be a
I'm
party.
recording my
No,
screen right
no.
now. So
You
I
need
just
to
can't
come
come on
on
this
then.
channel. I
You
can't
need to
stand.
come on now.
No, I would not
Can't
come
be
on
one
this
of them
channel
fans like
because I do
me.
not want to hear. Marco will be in another realm. Marco will be.
Well, that's not fair. You need to be here through the thick or through the thin.
Yeah, there you go.
You can't be in when your team's winning and then
Charlie's
all of a sudden,
drooling
if we
over
go
there.
and do something special. You
Oh,
show
I
up.
remember that day when Washington lost a game. They was making all these jokes about Washington. How sorry we, bad we were.
Wait a minute. We don't have to make jokes about Washington. They are a joke.
So that same joke you talking about went to the NFC Championship.
Exactly, Coyote. You gotta come back,
Lordy.
bro. You can't go nowhere. You're locked in now. He's probably pulling his growing Dirty Sanchez.
He's probably pulling his groin. Come on, Dirty Sanchez. Does anybody see
Pulling
his
his
chest
growing.
moving?
Little wacky nappy.
Has anybody seen him move?
I hope he's in a safe place and nobody
He ain't
ain't not in
driving, is he?
traffic.
No,
the
he's
car's
in
not
a
moving.
Tesla. Technically, he is, but he's not driving.
Game time.
Yes.
Who you got in the finals? I just want to know.
What in between the
Yeah.
Pacers and OKC?
Yeah.
Well, he might have been.
OKC wins
Listen,
it
it may be that he's.
me too. Just because I know
He had
Pacer
others
fans.
with him, so he might have been.
me
This
too.
might have been
I
a
know a
case
bunch of
of
them all of a sudden
the
they're
wife
Pacer
went
fans.
shopping and he's out in the car, and he's got a food
Been a
coma.
long time.
Yeah, but you think that Chad, he must have pounded down a couple Whataburgers or something to be in a comatose like that. He nodded quick.
Well, I see a shadow moving on the. You see the shadow moving, so maybe is there somebody in the
Maybe
window?
that's the spirit.
Oh, there he goes. There he just woke up.
He's alive.
Oh, shit. Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Look, oh, he's smiling. Look, hey. Oh, so he had the volume on. Look, pass the F out, man. Damn, Charlie. We were checking you out, drooling there, bro.
That's that food, Mark.
Food coma. Damn.
You got itis. You got itis. You had the itis.
No, I think he was listening to Momo too much, man. That'll put anybody to sleep.
Hey, Charlie, word of advice. Next time you doze up like that, turn your camera off, dude. They gonna get you, man.
Oh, man. Charlie, this is all good, man. I'm famous now.
He turned it off.
Oh, man.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna call
get
that
you
weekend at Charlie's.
There we go. We get it, Charlie. All right. So it looks like, let me call it now. Jeff Lee is our winner chicken dinner. Jeff, email me cowboysmark94@gmail and let me know what kind of shirt that you want. If you go to cowboyjobu.com, that's the listing of all the shirts and stuff we have. If you want to get the shotty shot or, any of the shirts that we have, it is on you. So congratulations, Jeff Lee, because I know you love the boobies. And it's, my name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. Final thoughts before we get out of here. Game time.
Charlie,
Are the
you
Eagle
said
fans
Simba.
going crazy
Simba
up there?
said He thought you were dead.
Eagle fans are excited as all hell, and they are on record of saying they're going to enjoy this all year, not just after kickoff. They're going to be the Super Bowl champions, and I think that's a detriment to them. They need to have some. Now, I guess the fans can, as long as the team is not having the same attitude. That's fine, but They're the Super Bowl champs. They're the ones that have the target on their back, but they are feeling themselves. They think they're going to blow us out week 1. So that is the sentiment that they get caught up in the 7 wins that we had last year, and they think that is like what identifies us. That's who we are. That's what Eagle fans think, that we're a 7-win team. Maybe we'll win 8 if we're lucky. So just know that they don't have much respect for our Cowboys team right now, which is good, right? I think that's a good thing.
Okay.
Anyway,
I agree.
They don't. Yeah, they have no respect for us.
Are you doing something tonight, game time?
I might do something later. Yeah, stay tuned. You'll get the email if I do.
All right, I got you.
All right.
All right, sounds like a winner.
Mark, remember we
made it quick.
still
We're
still gonna talk, right?
Yeah. Just hang on after we jet on out of here.
Hey, Mark, Rhonda just came in the chat.
Help me, Rhonda. What's up, Rhonda? Boobies controversy. There's no controversy. We love boobies. There's no controversy there.
If you're not going to share them, yes.
There you go. Okay, well, be careful.
Sorry. So I said it. I said what everybody was thinking. Sorry.
All right, I appreciate everybody hanging with us and everything else. It was a great chat. Momo took it over with his hate for the Cowboys and everything else, but definitely keep him in his prayers. His sister is not doing really, really well, and he lost his brother recently as well. And with that being said, we got 95 days, 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 50 seconds until kickoff against the Philadelphia Eagles. And fortunately, Charlie is awake and okay. And we got to get out of here. Peace.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.